What's up everyone? In this quick video I wanted to share with you a quick tip for getting more information and more feedback from your digital assets that you are creating inside Houdini. So the idea is that we can actually create custom outputs for your digital assets that basically when you have your view flag on your digital asset, it's actually going to output on the viewport something different than the actual digital assets output from the pins below. So you can see in this case I have for my digital asset that I'm using this method, I have two outputs, and by default you would expect that when the view flag is on this digital asset, it would basically visualize the first input of the HDA, which would be basically a height flag, height field in this case, without the mask. But let's say I want to also visualize this mask when I am working with these parameters inside my HDA, but I do not want to carry this mask outside of here. So the idea is that we can actually output different custom views when we have our view flag on the digital asset. And what's cool about this, we can actually change the visualizer output with the simple parameters inside HDA. So you can see in this case, I have three visualizers options. I have my actual output of the output 0. I can also visualize when the view flag is on my HDA with the output 1 of the HDA, and then also the output 0 plus mask, which is just a mask that comes from here. So the idea is very simple, and I actually didn't really know about this until very recently. So since it has taken me quite a couple of years to know this trick, I'm figured out maybe someone else doesn't know it, and maybe you can also use this method. And the idea is that you want to run a simple Python function in this HDA. And if you take a look at this, actually the output node inside the help page inside Houdini, you can see that actually there's a function called set output for view flag, a function that you can run on your digital asset. So this is just basically just one line of code to set this all up. So you can set it up in different ways. The easiest way is probably with the simple switch flag inside digital asset. So in this case, I have connected to this switch my visualizer parameter. You can see as long as I'm switching this switch, and it's basically outputting that geometry like this. And then the trick is that you have to make sure that your output flag is set to -1. So the -1 is, so basically that means that it won't output from any of the pins because our pins always start with the positive value starting at 0, and the -1 Houdini will know that it has to basically, this is just for the view flag for the HDA, but we also have ability to change. Basically we can have many output nodes with -1, 2, basically any values that go into negative could be considered for the view flag output for the view flag HDA. So we have to say we have to basically run this single line of code to say which flag to view. And what I did inside my digital asset, I want to go ahead and go to the script. You have to go ahead and create an event handler. Create an event handler on create, and this script is going to be basically run every time when you create your digital asset. So basically we have one-time setup, and only thing that we have to do is go ahead and get our Quark dictionary, which is the reference to the node that you have just created, and then just set this function that has been here, set output for a view flag. And since you want to use our -1 flag, just set it at -1, and that's basically it. This is the one-time setup for any HDA, and you have now you have set up your custom view for HDA. So this is one way to set it up. The other one is without the onCreate, we can actually use the callback scripts inside the parameters. So in this case, I have embedded HDA, and in this case I am visualizing basically a random geometry that I have set up. And the setup inside this HDA is actually using the multiple output. So you can see there's no switch node. I'm using actually different negative values, -1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm actually not, in this case, to demonstrate, I am not using a script to to basically run a setup. Since I have different negative values, I want to set them up every time I change this parameter of the visualizer menu. And how it is set up is actually very simple. Let's go to this parameter. Let's take a look at it. So this is a simple menu item, and I have make sure that basically my token values are the basically indexes of the output. So -1, 2, 3, and 4, and make sure that you have set it up as an ordered menu, and you have used your use token as value. So this means that this this parameter is going to actually return these negative values because we want to evaluate this parameter and set this token, basically this menu item value, as an argument for our set output for view flag function. And this happens inside the callback script of the same parameter. You see, again, we're getting our Quark dictionary, which is a reference to our node. Again, set output for view flags, and then we get this Quark dictionary. In this case, we're using the reference to this parameter, and we evaluate it. And basically the same thing that we have here, but we are dynamically running this script every time we change the parameter value. You can see we are using these output flags for the visualizer. And you can see that output is still our int pig. In this case, I'm actually basically not doing anything with this geometry, but the visualizer can be set as a custom one. So that's basically it for this video. Just a quick trick to showcase how can you set up your custom visualizers, and I really didn't know about this up until very recently. So I'm sure that someone will also learn something new from this video. So that's it for this video, and see you next time.